Every rider has a dream destination, a place where the roads and the scenery and the pure joy of riding all come together. For me, the French Alps is one of those places. And if you ever wondered what it's like to ride some of the most breathtaking roads in Europe, you're in for a treat. These are the kinds of roads that have me drawn back time and time again. And today, I'll take you through my top 7 favorite mountain passes in France. What's up, my biker friend, and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into the top 7, let's talk about what makes the French Alps so special for me. The French Alps are unlike any other riding destination I've experienced. Here the roads wind through towering peaks, ancient villages and untouched landscapes, offering a unique blend of adventure and tranquility that's hard to match. What truly sets the French Alps apart is their incredible variety of scenery, perfectly tailored for motorcycle enthusiasts. Beyond the high Alpine passes, which I will cover in this video, the region also offers stunning canyons like the Deluy and Verdon Canyon. These dramatic, rugged landscapes provide a stark, breathtaking contrast to the high Alpine passes in the mountains. And then there's the balcony roads. Hidden gems, marvels of historical road engineering. These narrow, cliffside routes, often carved straight into the rock face, offer an exhilarating experience with steep drops and unmatched views. If you would also like to learn more about the canyons and balcony roads, just let me know in the comments and I'll do another video on that. So what makes the French high Alpine passes so special? These passes aren't just roads, they're journeys through time and nature. They guide you past centuries of history where travelers have marveled at the same breathtaking landscapes and Tour de France cyclists have left their legacy. Also, the French Alps are home to the highest paved mountain passes in the Alps, most of which rise well above the tree line, revealing the stark and captivating beauty of a bare mountain landscape. One of the things I love most about the French Alps is that I feel more untouched as compared to some other regions in the Alps. Sure, there are famous passes that can get a bit busy during peak summer, but you'll find stretches of roads that feel like they were just made for you. On more than one occasion I've ridden these roads and I felt like I had the whole mountain to myself. And there's nothing like that feeling of freedom when it's just you, the bike and the open road. Just last year, I visited the French Alps twice, with my last trip in early October for the end of season 2024 ride, where I guided a group of friends through these breathtaking landscapes. The purpose was to finalize the route planning for my 2 upcoming guided tours to France in 2025. Now, early October is a risky time to pass some of the highest Alpine passes in the French Alps, as snowfall often sets in around this time, leading to seasonal closures. Luckily for us, there was one final highlight that was still passable, despite having already faced some intermission closures. We crossed the Col de Larche late in the season, just as the autumn chill was settling in. For the first time, I experienced this incredible pass completely free of crowds. The solitude combined with the dramatic views of the surrounding peaks covered in early snow was nothing short of spectacular. It's moments like these that make the French Alps such a special place for me, and for anyone lucky enough to ride there. This brings me straight to my first pass on the top 7 list, the Col de Larche. At 2,764 meters, it's the highest paved pass in the Alps, often earning the nickname King of the Alps. The ride to the top is nothing short of spectacular, with long, winding roads cutting through dramatic and rugged landscapes. It's also a legendary feature of the Tour de France, so cycling fans will probably recognize it. I've ridden this pass multiple times across different seasons and weather conditions. What amazes me the most is that the landscape completely transforms depending on what time of year you go. It's like seeing a completely different world every time you arrive in the French Alps. As the Col de Larche is the highest mountain pass in the Alps, it's usually one of the last ones to open for traffic in the summer and one of the earlier ones to close for the winter time. Now this one is a classic. The Col du Grand St-Bernard has been connecting Italy and Switzerland for ages, as it's one of the most ancient passes through the Western Alps, with evidence pointing all the way back to the Bronze Age for its use. So there is a historical component to the pass, knowing that centuries ago traders and travelers have used the exact same route. But there's also the incredible scenery surrounding the pass, which makes the approach from any direction an absolute joy to ride. There's this beautiful lake at the top of the pass, and there's a cafe that invites for a mid-ride stop, at least in the summertime. Oh, and there's a fun fact, that's where the famous St. Bernard dogs come from. As the main traffic nowadays takes the tunnel, which was opened in 1964, the old pass road is mainly used for historical and recreational purposes. This means that the Col du Grand St-Bernard has a lot less traffic than some of the other passes in the High Alps. Next up is the Col du Galibier. This one is absolutely legendary. It's famous with its tight switchbacks and steep climbs. And let me tell you, it's a challenge, but in the best possible way. The reward? Once you're at the top, you've got some of the most stunning views in the Alps. On a clear day, you can even see Mont Blanc in the distance. The descent is just as fun, with these sweeping curves that let you really enjoy the ride. It's an adrenaline rush for sure. As the area of the summit can be difficult to cross, a tunnel was built in 1890 and it's still used today. The tunnel is only wide enough to allow one-way traffic, so there's a traffic light regulating the flow of traffic. And of course, if you want to cross the pass at the summit and you happen to arrive here in less than ideal weather conditions, you may have to take the tunnel, just as we had to in October at 1 degree Celsius. Now the Col d'Isoire is just otherworldly. There's a section called Casse de Désert. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but honestly it feels like you're riding on another planet. The landscape is so unique, just rocks and peaks as far as the eye can see. This pass is also very famous for its role in the Tour de France, and at times you can still see the markings of the cycling race on the road. The Col d'Isoire is one of my favorite passes and I've ridden it numerous times by now. What I really appreciate is how smooth the road surface is, combined with like a good flow of curvy sections. It's a great mix of challenging sections, easy sections, good flowing parts, and it doesn't matter what your skill level is, you definitely enjoy this pass. Next up is the Col de St-Bernard. It may not reach the towering heights of some of the other passes, but it's packed with charm. The road is relatively wide and good condition, and it offers 52 thrilling hairpin turns. Depending on which side you approach the peak of the pass, the ride experience is a little different. Both sides offer plenty of hairpin turns, but if I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be from the north. Oh, and if you're looking for a memorable stop for the night, the town of La Rosière on the way up from the southern side is perfect. I've stayed in this town once and I've watched the sunset over the mountains from there, and it's truly special. Okay, let's talk about the Col de la Cayolle. If you're looking for something a bit quieter, this is the one. It's not as famous as the others, but that's actually a good thing because it usually means fewer people and emptier roads. However, it's still part of the famous Route des Grands Alpes, like many of the passes in this list. The Route des Grands Alpes is a tourist itinerary through the French Alps and connects many of the famous passes through the French Alps over a length of 720 kilometers. The approach of the pass is equally exciting from either side. Like many of the high Alpine passes, the summit is relatively bare, with no real cafes or restaurant infrastructure. And finally, we've got the Col de la Bonette. Now this pass is often mistaken for the highest in the Alps because of that little loop at the top called the Cime de la Bonette. It's technically not part of the pass, but it gets you to the highest paved elevation you will likely experience in the Alps. This pass is an absolute must-ride for anyone riding in the French Alps. The road itself is fantastic, with a mix of tight hairpins and long straights that give you the perfect balance of challenge and fun. It's one of those passes that really sticks with you. The Col de la Bonette is one of those top highlights in the French Alps, but somehow it is not part of the Route des Grands Alpes. If you are interested in experiencing these amazing Alpine passes, have a look at my guided motorcycle tours through France next year. I'm planning 2 different guided motorcycle tours through the French Alps. If you'd like to join one of my tours, check out my website as I've updated my calendar for next year. The links for the guided tours are in the description.